Good morning, Zio here, and today we're talking Sony. We're talking PS3, PSP, PS Vita, PS4. Things are being shut down and the PS4 will brick itself in the near future at some point, so stay tuned. Sit back, relax, grab yourself some coffee, and let's get into it, shall we? And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you should go ahead and do so now. Hit that follow button, like the video, leave me a comment, all that good jazz, because you know I love hearing from you. And, you know, it's fun to talk to some of you. Some of you not so much. You know who you are. Not seriously. Yeah, if it's not apparent according to the screen here, PS3, PSP, and the PSV is losing access to the PS Store this year, which is a sad thing. I still love my Vita. By far, the PSP and the Vita, we could do an entire, very long video probably on just those two topics alone, especially the Vita, because so much potential, so much potential, but botched in every aspect of its being. Sony botched it all and could have just smashed Nintendo in the face with something far superior to what Nintendo was pushing for a handheld at the time. And, you know, if you want to debate me on that, be my guest. But the PSP and the PS Vita is far superior than the 3DS ever was, even in its last incarnation before the Switch. So yeah, if you want to debate me otherwise, feel free to, but you know, there's a reason why they didn't catch on like the DS, and it's because Sony botched so much with that system. You know, it was definitely far superior in the graphics and what it was capable of doing, but as for everything else with that system, they straight up botched everything. Anyway, that's not the point of this video, but you know, the store is shutting down for them. They will lose access to it. However, supposedly, according to Sony, if you did download something and you know you still have access to things that you have downloaded, so you'll still be able to go ahead and say re-download such and such onto your system, or at least on the Vita anyway. So this way you can still re-download things that you may not actually have on your card right now or whatnot. If you want to, supposedly you're going to have access to it. But the big thing to worry about right now is the PS4 here. Yeah, the PS4 is apparently going to brick itself, which is not surprising in the least. So there's this thing known as a CMOS. You know, as consoles have gotten more and more closer to being PCs, like this thing down here. I just whacked my desk, I'm so sorry. Anyway, they have pretty much everything the PC needs. You know, they have graphics cards, they have processors, they've got CMOS batteries in there for, you know, all its technical timekeeping stuff and among other things. And however, they have set it up in a way with the trophy system that essentially will brick your entire system when that clock dies. When the CMOS battery dies, which is what they're referring to as your clock battery, it's going to brick your system. Digital downloads will not work, and discs will not work, which is a damn shame because I can still boot up that PlayStation back there. I don't know if you can see it, but I can boot that PlayStation up and still play my PS1 games. Just saying. Anyway, no, but seriously, yeah, that sucks. So essentially, they've tied in the clock's battery, or the timekeeping of the system, into the trophy system, so you can't hack the system essentially, or can't hack the trophy system. So if you've got something that requires you to be on for like a particular amount of time or something like that to unlock said trophy, like you've played X amount of hours and then trophy is unlocked or something like that, you know, that clock, I'm not even pointing at anything in particular. You know, the internal clock to the PlayStation 4 keeps track of the time. You can set it forward, you can set it back, but it regularly connects with the system and keeps track of all that for you, because you know, you could be the type to push yourself forward 12 hours in game with tricks like that, and it's to prevent you from doing that, essentially. However, as a result, because the games won't be able to properly track, say, the time for trophies and such like that, it won't allow you to play said games now, and that includes the disc reader. The disc reader will not work without that, and the only way to reset this, by the way, is to connect to the PlayStation Network. You have to replace the battery, connect your system to the PlayStation Network, you know, and then allow it to get reset that way, so it will actually get back on track so you can play it. The only problem, of course, with this is what happens when the network is no longer available for the PS4. That's why we started with these first three right here, losing access to the store. As far as I'm aware, they don't have that same issue, of course. But you know, when inevitably it happens and the PS4 is no longer able to access the PlayStation Store, you will not be able to reset that battery years from now. So say give it 10, 20 years from now, when the PS5 or PS4 is being knocked off because the PS7 is reigning king at this point, and so on and so forth. PS7, PS6 more than likely. You know, if that battery dies, you need to reset it. You're going to have to either, one, learn how to hack your system like a pro, which actually there might be YouTube videos or something out there at that point on how to actually do that, because, you know, one of my favorite things about my Vita and my PSP is the fact that it's a really good emulation station that I can take on the go. But anyway, hacking aside, or have access to that shop, and that's about it. That's the only way you can get around it. So just keep in mind, if you've got a PS4, it's on a ticking time clock, and it's going to suck when it dies. So the reason, of course, this is all a big issue right now is people who are dedicated to preserving games, which honestly, I wouldn't mind getting into that, because I love to preserve games. You know, I don't shy away from emulation. I'm not going to tell you to go out and pirate games or anything weird like that, but emulation and stuff does have a place, especially when you have games that you can't get a physical copy for or a physical system to play them on, you know, like a lot of Nintendo stuff and Nintendo products and things. But anyway, I guess that's where we're going to end it, because I'm being hollered at. You can probably hear it through the door. And let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I will talk to you later. See ya! Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.